I'd like to ask the Member for Home Affairs what progress has been made on the new road safety strategy.
Call on the Member of the Department for Home Affairs, Dr. Allinson.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm pleased to be able to inform the Honourable Member for Middle that the draft strategy is now being considered by the Council of Ministers. As a result of this consideration, additional work is being undertaken to develop the strategy further with partner agencies before the strategy is launched next year. In the meantime, data is being collected on an ongoing basis to inform the strategy as it moves forward, allowing it to adjust to meet the needs and safety of all road users.
Supplementary, Mr. Shimmins.
Thank you, Mr. President, and I'm grateful for the member's reply. There is no timescale given other than next year. Will the member confirm when the road safety strategy will be published?
Dr. Allinson.
Thank you, Mr. President. I do not have a date at this time, but we will obviously want to launch the strategy once it's finalised as soon as possible.
Mr. Shimmins.
Thank you, Mr. President. Is the member aware that the daily lives of many constituents in Middle are being restricted and in some cases blighted by road safety concerns? Will he confirm that the new road safety strategy will continue to adopt the previously promised safe systems methodology and that it will be an evidence-based approach?
Dr. Allinson.
Thank you, Mr. President. I am sorry that his constituents live apparently in a state of fear. The reality is that since 1998 there's been a 46% reduction in road fatalities on this island. This island is a safe place to use our roads. And one of the benefits of the strategy itself is that, yes, it is evidence-based. It looks into the actual facts that people sometimes misinterpret. The facts such as the peak victims of pedestrian accidents are aged between birth and 15 years old, but actually the peak people injured as cyclists are aged between 46 and 60. So the demographics have changed as more people play an active role in terms of active transport. I can also reassure him that the road safety strategy will be based on the internationally recognised safe system approach, which is a four-pronged approach dealing with safe roads, safe vehicles, safe speeds and safe people. It is evidence-based, and that evidence then has to be shared across a multi-agency approach involving numerous different departments to get the right outcome for this strategy so we can achieve what it's meant to do, which is to make the roads even more safe for all road users.
Mr. Hooper.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. I'm really glad that the Honourable Member mentioned a cross-departmental multi-agency approach, because my question is actually about a budget that's not allocated to his department. Is the member aware, or does he know, if any of the £3.8 million that's been allocated to the active travel strategy is going to be used to support road safety improvements, and if not, why not?
Member to reply.
Thank you, Mr. President. It's acknowledged that additional sources would be of assistance in delivering against the strategy. However, it should be recognised that in cases made for and allocated for, such resources must be considered against the many competing priorities across government and department. So in answer to the Honourable Member's specific question, no, I'm not aware that any of the money for the active travel strategy will be allocated to this. The idea of the road safety strategy is a collaborative approach across all departments and across the entire country to improve roads, to improve the safety of vehicles, to deal on an evidence-based approach with specific speed restrictions, but not to apply an all-island speed limit, and also to make sure that people who use the roads in any way possible are kept as safe as possible.
Final supplementary, Mr. Shimmins.
Thank you, Mr. President. A number of residents of the island will take issue with the statement that our roads are a safe place, especially when you look at the benchmarking of KSI collisions versus similar neighbouring jurisdictions. That just simply doesn't hold water. Will the member comment on the Chief Constable's report and the increase in driving offences the total number of which has increased by 29%. Does that indicate that our roads are a safe place when we've seen nearly a third increase in the last year?
Dr. Allenson to reply.
Thank you, Mr. President. Again, one of the benefits of a road safety strategy is evidence-based. I stand by my assertion that we do have safe roads. When you look at the total KPIs, they are looking across 12 months and involve some of the motorsports events that we have on this island, which unfortunately, because of their very nature, skew the total numbers of people injured and killed on our roads. But coming back to his other question, in terms of the road safety strategy, it is imperative that we deal with everyone who uses those roads. It's imperative that we make the roads as safe as possible. When we come on to some of the figures from the Chief Constable's report, one of the reasons that there are more reported crimes is the enforcement side of the Chief Constable's operations has been boosted. The road safety strategy, as part of it, will look at not only the laws we apply to the roads, but the way they're enforced. And as our police force goes out and arrests more people for dangerous driving, looks for more people who may be drunk driving, actually charges more people for speeding, so those figures will go up. I see those figures in terms of reported crime and reported traffic offences actually being a testament not to poor driving, but to better law enforcement.